One Piece theory. Now, I know what you're all thinking. Brilliant. Revolutionary. No one has ever made a One Piece video before. I know. Thank you. I try. Thank you. Okay, so I would like to talk about Nami. More specifically, her backstory and things that I find strange about it. Okay, so Nami was born on an unknown island. The island was attacked by some unknown force, believed to be pirates but not confirmed. And it was a force strong enough to devastate the entire island. And the only Marine, Belle-Mère, that we know of to survive was given up and prepared to die. Until she saw a girl, Nojiko, with a baby, Nami. She immediately takes the two with her back to her home, Kokiashi. She then leaves the Marines and takes the two in as her daughters. She does not register them. She chooses to keep them hidden from the government, so for all intents and purposes, they do not exist. Now, Nami's backstory, or the backstory before the backstory, has always bothered me. Let's go through it, shall we? Starting with the fact that Genzo tells Nami that when they were found, Nojiko was 3, which would make Nami 1. I don't think this is possible. It's not possible for an average-sized 3-year-old to carry an average-sized 1-year-old, which Nami and Nojiko are. Especially the way that Nojiko is carrying Nami, in that she is cradling her in her arms. Next, we have the matter of who attacked the island and why did it not warrant better protection for the East Blue, assuming that it was even in the East Blue, which for the purpose of this theory it was. I believe that whoever attacked the island is stronger than Arlong. Why? Because when Belle-Mère attacked Arlong, she was able to knock him down. Fishmen are naturally 10 times stronger than humans, and Arlong is even stronger than that. Belle-Mère has been out of the Marines for 10 years, and on top of that, she has not ate anything but Meekins, oranges, tangerines, whatever you want to call them, for seemingly a long time. So there was no way she was in top fighting form, yet she was able to knock down Arlong. However, on the other hand, when she was in top fighting form, she was defeated and even lost her will to live. Next, why didn't Belle-Mère want to register Nami and Nojiko? Well, I think it's also because of the enemy that Belle-Mère wanted to keep them hidden. My theory, or one part of it anyways, is that the island was attacked by the Marines. But not in the same way that Robin's was or anything like that. I don't think the Marines or the government had any kind of vendetta against the island or its inhabitants. More like a wrong place at the wrong time kind of deal. I think the Marines were going after Monkey D. Dragon, who most likely would have been in the East Blue at this point. Luffy's mother would have been pregnant with him, unless if you assume that Nami is a year younger, making her and Luffy the same age. Then Luffy would have already been born or soon to be born. Either way, Dragon would have been in the East Blue in order to take Luffy to Fuchsia Village. Something that could potentially be evidence to this is the weather. Genzo specifically points out that it was storming. And we can see dark clouds overhead as if it's getting ready to storm when Belle-Mère first meets the girls. Now, a storm does not equal Dragon. It's not like whenever it storms, therefore Dragon will be nearby or anything like that. However, since it was specifically mentioned, I can't help but to feel that it's relevant. Dragon seems to have power over the wind, most likely the result of a double fruit. We have only seen Dragon use this ability when saving others. He would have used it to protect Luffy and his wife. Now for the next part of this theory, which is Nami and Luffy are related. Not only related, but are twins, fraternal. The evidence for it, well, if Nami is Dragon's daughter, it would explain why Belle-Mère was so desperate to hide her. Not only to hide her from the government, who she knew would kill Nami if they ever found out, but from Dragon as well. Belle-Mère has a high sense of justice, so in her mind she would have been protecting Nami. It would also explain why Nami seems to be an infant in the flashback, despite supposedly being 2 years younger than Najiko, making her 1 in the flashback, because she actually is an infant. If the Marines are aware of the fact that Dragon had twins, and know that his son is Luffy, they would not think that Nami, who is a year older, would be his twin sister. It's just a 1-year difference, but it's enough. Nami being Dragon's daughter would also explain why Belle-Mère got so defensive when Nami started talking about blood relation. She doesn't want Nami to learn who she really is related to. There's also Nami's connection to the weather, which she shares with Dragon. Though it is speculated that Dragon has a devil fruit, it is not confirmed. Dragon's connections to the weather could be because of something else. And Nami could have inherited this ability from him. Nami being able to sense the weather as well as she can could be a lesser version of Dragon's ability to control it. Nami could have also inherited her intelligence from Dragon as well. A couple other things I want to point out that could point to Nami and Luffy potentially being related, though taken with a grain of salt, are, first off, there's the fact that the monkey family all have some kind of mark on their left side. Garp and Luffy both have scars on the left side of their face, and Dragon has a tattoo on the left side of his face. Now, Nami does not have a scar or tattoo on the left side of her face. However, she does have both on her left shoulder. It's not her face, but it's still. Brûlé does almost disfigure the left side of her face, though, which could be a hint to her relation to the monkey family. Though it should be noted that Zoro has a scar over his left eye, so it's most likely just a coincidence. Still, I felt like I should point it out. Another thing is the straw hat. The scene with Luffy putting his hat on Nami's head could be a hint to Nami being a D. Now, this only works if Shanks is also a D, which is very possible, but it's not confirmed. When Luffy gave Nami the hat, it was similar to when Shanks gave the hat to Luffy. In both cases, the hat signified trust, a promise, and was used as a means of comfort. Another person that Luffy let wear his hat for similar reasons is Otama. Both Otama and Luffy share a connection to Ace, who was a big brother to both of them. So maybe Nami also shares a connection to someone with Luffy, like a father. The last thing I want to point out as potential evidence for Luffy and Nami being related is the Sun Wukong references. Nami has been given Sun Wukong references in the last few arcs. In Zeus, he got the extending staff, and in Tatolan, she got the flying cloud. Luffy's character being called Monkey and the fact that his goal is to become the Pirate King is most likely a reference to Sun Wukong, who is the Monkey King. They also share similar personalities. Both being connected to Sun Wukong could be a hint to a connection between the two characters. And there you go. That is my theory. I don't really necessarily think that this is true or anything, but I can see it being possible. More than likely, Oda will never expand upon Nami's backstory, though he did with Sanji's, so maybe, but ultimately I just did this for fun. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you when I see ya. Bye.